Okay, guys, so it's being recorded from now on. It's going to be on YouTube. So welcome everybody to our weekly webinar. And this webinar has been organized by the Weekly Fasting Group. And it's a group of people from all over the world over WhatsApp who have their aim to cultivate the habit of fasting once a week for 24 between 24 and 36 hours. So if you are watching this video and this idea appeals to you and you are willing to start fasting with us, you can send me a message by the number that you will find below. My name is Arik, and I will happily add you to the group. And we fast every week between Friday and Saturday. And today we have Hetal. She's going to teach us something very special about the ancient yogic practice of Shank Prakshalana, yogic salt water flush. And we decided to create this topic because last week Swami Satmarga recommended this procedure as means to enter prolonged dry fasting. At least that's what he does in order to do that. And then there were some questions how to do that properly. So we have our wonderful yoga teacher, Hetal, here. She's going to enlighten us about that. So, Hetal, over to you.
Thank you, Arik. I have also said about Shamprakshalan in one of the earlier videos in breathwork, where we have been talking about breathwork and dry fasting. And today we'll be talking only about Shamprakshalan. So Shamprakshalan, Shank means conch and represents our alimentary canal from the mouth to the anus. And Prakshalan is to wash away. So Prakshalan is the... You can hear me properly?
Yes.
We can hear you properly.
We can hear you very well.
Yes, clearly.
Thank you. So Shamprakshalan is washing the whole alimentary canal, and it is also called Vari Sardhauti. That means Vari is water and Dhauti is also washing. So the yogis believed that Shamprakshalan helps in the higher sadhana or higher fasting, higher consciousness in meditation and breathing practices. Shamprakshalan is also used in Ayurveda, in Panchakarma for Kaya Kalp process. Kaya Kalp means a body transformation process. So body transformation in the sense that the whole body is cleaned from inside and purified, and so it shines from outside too. So now I'll go into the technique. How do we do traditionally how Shamprakshalan is done? And then we can talk about how Satmarga recommended it. So first, normally you drink warm salt water with the help of 5 asanas or 5 exercises that are carried out 8 times each. So if you want to do the whole Shamprakshalan, you have to at least drink 4 to 6 liters of water, and it should be warm from 34 to 40 degrees centigrade. You have to add 1 tablespoon of sea salt. That is very important. It should be sea salt, organic sea salt, to 1 liter of water ratio. And only 1 tablespoon, because when you go on internet, some will say 1 teaspoon, some will say 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons. Go only for 1 tablespoon, and the temperature of water should be constant throughout the whole process. So the whole process will take about 4 hours when you finish drinking everything. Right now I'm telling 4 to 6 liters, but it depends on every individual, how your constitution is, whether you have blockages, whether you don't have blockages, whether you are a skinny person or you have more fat in the body or more toxins in the body. That much time it will take for the body to release water. So drink in the beginning, drink as much water as you can, and then do 5 asanas. I start with drinking 2 glasses of water, about 300 ml, and then after that I do the asanas, 5 asanas 8 times each, and then again I drink 2 glasses of water and then do it. But if somebody can drink more water, like 4 glasses or 6 glasses, then they can drink that much water. What Satmarga said, that salt water was not so tasty, so he added half a lemon, medium-sized lemon, to 1 liter of water. So you can add half to 1 medium-sized lemon to 1 liter of water. That can also be done. So after the 5th glass, you can go to the toilet and perform Ashwini Mudra. Ashwini Mudra is rapid contraction and release of the anal muscles. It stimulates the peristaltis of the intestine. So you repeat the whole process till you drink about minimum 3.5 to 4 liters of water. And after drinking then, and after the whole process is, how do you know that the whole process is complete? The water that you have drunk, the same water, when it comes out without any residue, then the whole process is complete. Once the water is clean without any residue, then you stop it, even if you have drunk only 3 liters of water or 2.5 liters of water. And if it is not finished, then even if you have to drink more liters of water, more than 4 liters of water, then you drink as long as you are not getting pure water from the excreta. So after Shank Prakshalan, normally the traditional way is then you go for Kunjal Kriya. Kunjal Kriya is, now we have in the Shank Prakshalan, we have cleaned the small intestine and the large intestine. In the Kunjal Kriya, we will clean the upper respiratory system. So we'll be cleaning the bronchial tubes, the lungs, the esophagus, the nasal passages, the brain passages, all those areas are clean. And Kunjal Kriya is done by drinking 1.5 to 2 liters of water. If you cannot drink so much water, again, it's the same salt water, the same ratio. If you cannot drink so much water, start with 1 liter, but minimum 1 liter of water you have to drink. And then you put the finger in your mouth and vomit out everything. So people who have mucus problems, sinus problems, all that mucus will come out from the upper respiratories, from the upper body and from down. So now the body is totally clean. And then after that you do Jal Neti or that pot Neti, where you clean the nostrils also. So the prana flows freely and is released from the whole body. So all the tensions, all the toxins are released in this whole process. So normally they say that Shank Prakshalan has to be followed by Kunjal Kriya and Jal Neti, but that is the traditional way how it is done. The whole process takes about 4 hours. After you have done that, so after this process, I would recommend that you lie down in Shavasana for 45 minutes. You can go for Yoga Nidra. If you know that Yoga Nidra meditation, you can go for Yoga Nidra meditation, or you can just lie down for 45 minutes. And after 1 to 2 hours, then the traditional yogic way is to eat khichdi. Khichdi is made up of yellow moong dal and rice, but it is very, very soupy. And then the whole day, normally, you do not drink any water, you do not take any salt intake, you do not eat anything else. You make khichdi before starting the process of Shank Prakshalan. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of moong dal, 1 cup of rice, and 6 cups of water. So you make khichdi and you take 100 ml of ghee and you pour it in the khichdi and you eat this khichdi.
I'm sorry, Hetal, not everyone here is familiar with those Indian terms. For example, you said you lie in Shavasana. Like many people just don't know what it is. So could you please every time you use any kind of Indian term in terms of food or in terms of yogic terms, just to explain in simple language what it is. For example, ghee. Maybe many people do not know it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah. So Shavasana is just lying down, relaxed on your back, with hands facing the sky. The hands on both the sides of the body, legs little apart from each other, and the head is in the center. Like that, you just lie down on your back. This is Shavasana. Khichdi is like a braai or a porridge. It's very soupy and it's liquidy. That is how it's eaten in after Shamprakshalan. So you eat that soupy thing, but you do not put any salt, any spices in it. It's only moong dal. It's yellow moong dal, rice, and then after that ghee is clarified butter. So you can put that clarified butter into it. And that is it. You just divide it into two parts. One part you eat it in the morning or after the Shamprakshalan. And the second part, you eat it 6 hours after that. And that is all. The whole day you do not eat anything else. So why ghee? Ghee lubricates the intestinal wall, which has been now cleaned or washed away. And it helps to form a mucus lining in the intestinal wall. Rice and moong dal are taken so that rice forms also mucus in the body and helps the growth again to restore the intestines. Exercise, it has names also. The first exercise is Tadasana. The second exercise is Tiryak Tadasana. The third exercise is Kati Chakrasana. Kati Chakrasana is both legs are wide open, both hands are parallel to the ground, parallel to the shoulders, and then you twist your upper body on the back. You'll see on the back side. You come in the center, again inhale, go back, other direction, come back. So this is, if I can show just sitting, it's like this and so. So in this exercise, again, you are twisting the sides of your intestines and allowing the water to pass down from the small intestine to the large intestine. So the fourth asan is Tiryak Bhujang Asan. Bhujang Asan is you lie down on your stomach. Okay, both the hands are near the, just a second, I just want to see if you can see from here better. Is it better now? Both the hands are near the chest. You come up. You see left, the back of your feet. You come in the center, go down, again come up, look at the back of the feet, and come in the middle. So again, it is always inhale and exhale, that is important. Go down, when you come up, inhale, look at your right side, the back of the right side, come in the center, exhale, look at the left side, again, come in the middle. This is the fourth exercise, and the fifth exercise is Udartarshana. It is like this, that one leg is bent, the knee is bent, and you are on your heels, and the second leg, the feet are on the ground, and you try to push your knee on the other side, and you go back. So here, if this is a little difficult, if you can't do this, the easier version is put your leg on the back of your hip, knee, near the knee, take the diagonal hand, and this hand, you put it like this, the other hand goes back, and now you try to look back. So now you're twisting the whole stomach, the abdomen, and by doing this method, you are bringing the water down or forcing the water to pass down from the large intestine into the rectum. So you do it on both the sides. Again, the same thing, inhale, exhale. These are the 5 exercises. And the 6th exercise after the 5th glass of water, what I had told is Ashwini Mudra. Ashwini Mudra is contracting. You when you sit on the pot, WC, that time there is you do rapid contraction and release of the anus muscles. That is Ashwini Mudra. So this 6 exercises that you do, the 5 are the exercises you keep doing after drinking 2 glasses of water, and the 6th exercise you do after 5 glasses of water, every 5 glasses. Now, any questions?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Sorry. You first. Go ahead.
Please go on.
Right. I wanted to ask, how many times do you repeat each asana?
8 times.
Okay. 8 times.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
thank you.
You don't do it very slowly, you do it fast, because these rapid actions or these quick actions will help to go the water fast through the body, because you don't want to keep the water that the intestines absorb it. We want to just remove it out of the body, flush it out of the body. That is why we do the exercises fast.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I need a clarification on when do you first take this water now that has no salt? The first time you're going to take pure water.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you are telling me without salt, no,
Yes.
only the warm
Yes.
water.
After, yeah.
Okay, what happens when you don't take salt? The thing is, I did research on that exactly, because that is the problem of everybody. Nobody wants to take salt because salt is poisonous and it will affect our body. And I myself have edema problems, but people having edema should not do saltwater flush. I'll tell you the contradictions, which people should not do saltwater flush. And the thing about salt water, the warm water helps to remove the stagnant stools. Salt helps to remove the mucus, thereby promoting peristalsis and causing frequent elimination. Okay. So salt water does not get absorbed from the stomach or go into the kidneys and the bladder. It just passes through the stomach into the small intestines, travels through the large intestine and out of the rectum, along with the addition of the bowel waste collected along the way. But when you just take fresh water, then the problem is that it will not be, it will be absorbed by the stomach, and it will go to the kidneys and bladder, and it will cause excessive urination. But you want to not clean your kidneys or give more pressure to the kidneys. You want to clean the both the small intestines and large intestine, and the water to come out from the anus. That will not happen when you drink fresh water. That's the reason why we have saline water. And the saline water is when you take 1 tablespoon of saline salt in 1 liter of water, it is of the same taste as your human bloodstream. So your human blood also has this much salt in it, or our tears. So when you drink, you can compare that your tears are same salty as this water.
It's okay up to where you have gotten. I've gotten your point at that point, But
Yeah.
now I have now done the salt flush. I'm now, my boils have moved. Actually, let me just give you the experience. I did it today. Today, early in the morning. Now I think it must be 12 hours long time. The first time I took that water. And at a point, I think I taken too much. So I had to puke. I had to vomit some part of it.
Okay.
Came out by itself. And then I found myself going to the toilet. And the bowel movement was so good until what you have just described, until I saw now water. There were no solids in it at all now. Those things are a little water of it, and that was the end of it. But now I have a mistake that I've done. That's the part I wanted you to correct a little. After some time, I think after 5 or 6 hours, I started to take distilled water. It's not distilled water, but rain water. I'm in a little, I'm not in the town now. I'm in a up country, and it's raining at this place. So I started to take this rain pure water. That's where my worry is. It was like I've done a mistake. How do we, at what point or what time should I take this clean water now later? Or I don't totally take this clean water because I thought Satmaga was saying that I think the next day after the salt water flush, that's when you are supposed to take the water. Something like that. I think he said something like that. Exactly.
So even still, if you want to drink and you are very thirsty and you want to drink water, then you do not take so much water, only 2 to 3 teaspoons of water, and that also after 4 hours of Shank Prakshalan, not before that.
Okay.
And normally you are supposed to bath also 4 hours after before Shank Prakshalan. So after the process, you are not supposed to bath immediately, because then again you will store water, and we don't want to store any more water.
Oh, thank you. Because those are the same mistakes I did today. After the flush, I was in between the time and the process when it just started. I was already in the bedroom. Okay. Thank you.
And vomited also salt water. That is because you did not do the exercises. So when blockages came in your body, there were blockages in the body. We all have. Wherever there is tension in the body, there will be blockages. And these blockages did not allow the water to flow down. And that is why it had to come from up. But when you do these exercises, it will force the water to go from down. And then you will not vomit.
Wow. You see, because of the experience I had, I've really helped. This meeting has helped me. Thank you so much.
Welcome. And it is important that in this day, you just, you do it on a Sunday or a day when you are totally free and you don't do exercises or you don't have a hectic schedule. Because I have done Shank Prakshalan and then I had a hectic schedule and I see that I have so much hunger and so much thirst because then I have created so much stress in my body. So just see to it that you just relax on this day.
And that's true because this is the second time I'm doing it. Because, you know, I was just following Satmaga's instruction that if you want to go for a very long fast, very long, you do it 3 times. Then you do it 3 times. So this is the second time I'm doing it. I done it a day before yesterday. And during that time, I was very busy. Today is was holiday, we are at home. So I was quite busy and the same thing happened to me. I got so hungry, I had to go and eat. I had to get something to eat. And I was feeling very weird. So it's true. You're supposed to have time.
That is very important. Also, after Shank Prakshalan, it is like fasting. We have removed everything from our body, so we have actually started the fasting process. And like we do in our fasting process, we don't talk too much. Otherwise, we use up all the energy. Same happens in Shank Prakshalan also. If you after Shank Prakshalan, when I started too much for a seminar or started taking a class, and then I had so much thirst and so much hunger, but that all came because of the stress that I created for myself and gave to my body.
Yeah, and there's another point maybe you will clarify. You say that we don't do this. Let me just call it salt flush because I'll not be able to say Shank Prakshalana the right way.
Yeah,
Shank Prakshalana.
Shank Prakshalan is called SP.
Okay, so you are not supposed to do it at the end of your fast. Is that what you said? After dry fast, after a long dry fast, okay?
Yeah, I would not recommend at the end of the fast, only because after that, if you are going to take citrus fruit juice or vegetable raw fruit juice or fruits or vegetables, raw vegetables, then that is not good for the body after you have washed out everything from the body.
So let's say somebody has done 3 days fast or 5 days dry fast. This person should not and must not try to do salt water flush at the end of the fast.
They can do at the
saying?
end of the fast, but then they have to go through this something warm, liquidy diet, and not then a fruit and vegetable diet, what we normally do after dry fast.
Because I think we need to make that clarification, because some people have problems. Not some people. Myself, have been having some problems some time back with hemorrhoids, breaking the fasting wrong way. So sometimes you might feel you want to push these things out of your body, and that was happening because I was not doing the flush before the fast. So it means that a person can also get help at the end of the fast. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah. See, we want again to restore we have now removed all the bacteria. We have removed also the parasites from the body. We have removed their eggs. We have removed all the toxins from the body. But the salt also corrodes the intestinal system. Now we want to restore the intestinal system. It will restore itself, but breaking the fast is very, very important. And you cannot break the fast with fruit juice or with fruits or with raw vegetables. At least for 1 week, you cannot have fruits, vegetables, anything sour, anything salty, anything sweet, or carbonated drinks or coffee or tea or those things. And there are many people who break their fast with coffee or with other stimulants or with baking soda and all. But then that cannot be done after Shankarakshalana. So I would not advise this after the fast.
So at the end of Shankarakshalana SP, somebody needs to take something that is going to be friendly to the lining, the stomach, the intestine lining, right?
Yeah.
And you recommend, maybe you talked about ghee. If somebody cannot find ghee, what else can somebody use?
They can use just organic butter. That is also okay.
Organic butter?
Yeah.
In which food now? Which is this other food that we are going to be taking apart from?
I have recommended moong dal and rice. If you don't have moong dal, if you have only rice, that is also okay. Just very soupy rice and clarified butter in it, and that is also okay. Just have that for 3 to 4 days, then start little vegetables in it, but not cruciferous vegetables. No cabbage, no cauliflower. You cannot have any fruits. You cannot have any other raw vegetables. So after 5 to 6 days, from the 7th day, you can start steamed vegetables. And then from 10th day, and no dairy at all. Dairy cannot be taken for 20 days. So after that, slowly, then you can start dairy, and from 40th, you can start again and all those things.
There's something you said, moongal. Moongal, what is that?
Moong dal is pulses.
Lentils, I think, no? Lentils.
Lentils. Yeah.
Lentils, okay.
Yes, lentil. It's the lightest lentil in Ayurveda.
Okay.
Yeah, it has yellow color, I think, right?
Yeah.
Hetal, and are there any vegan options of instead of a ghee, instead of butter, like coconut oil or something like that? Will it also work?
Yeah, I think coconut oil or olive oil also should work, but ghee, when it is heated, then there are no signs of milk in it, because it is churned and removed, and after it is heated and again purified, after that there are no signs of it. So ghee can actually, it is not considered as a milk product.
Okay. No, I'm just saying because some people who are vegan, they might object to the fact that they just don't eat any animal products. So that's why.
I think they should go for olive oil rather than coconut oil, because coconut oil is thin, and olive oil can make a good lining again.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still talking. Yeah, this khichdi, so basically just like you said, oil, mung dal and rice, correct?
Yeah.
No spices, nothing like that we can put.
No. Till 1 week, you do not eat spices. From the 4th or 5th day, you can add little turmeric and little salt, sea salt, organic sea salt to it, but nothing else.
And it can be cooked pressure cooked.
Yeah, you can cook it in the pressure cooker.
Okay. And how many days and how many times a day do you do that? Do you have the food?
See, in the beginning, 3 days, morning and evening only khichdi and nothing else. Then after 4th day, you can add some vegetables like carrots and peas. And from 5th day, you can add little salt and turmeric, but only 2 times, only 2 meals. And
Right.
then from 6th day or 7th day, then you can add steamed vegetables to your khichdi, and then you can have vegetables, and then you can have 2 to 3 meals, or slowly then you can increase.
Mm-hmm. That we are talking about this meal after we've broken the fast after, let's say, 3 or 5 days, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's the same if you're doing 14 days to go with the diet that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And also while taking khichdi, does it also help to make us go to the toilet easily? Is that your experience?
See, first 2 to 3 days, you might not be able to go to the toilet. So people who have severe constipation problems or severe digestive problems or other chronic diseases or something like that, those people can continue taking. Now it's called Shamprakshalan. That means it is the same process but a smaller version. Here you take only 2 liters of water and you drink again that salt water and you clear up everything. So people who have a past history of many chronic diseases or many symptoms, they can go for this, continue that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks further, so that everything is totally clean. And once, then you don't need to worry. Or you can just do 2-3 creams like Kapalbhati. Like Kapalbhati will, it's like, just breathe in and there's contractions in the stomach that you may do. You breathe out and you put your stomach, press your stomach inside. Contract your stomach inside, breathe out. That is Kapalbhati. When you do that also, it will help in, you do that about 100 times and it will help you to stimulate your peristaltis, and you can then go for toilet.
Great. You said something about people who have this issue can do it for 3 weeks. Do what for 3 weeks? Are you talking about eating khichdi for 3 weeks? Or
No,
you're talking about doing the salt water?
No, it is, the salt water. That you did Shank Prakshalana, that was so many liters of water. But if you want to do it every day, you can. It is said that after Shank Prakshalana, you can do Lagu Shamprakshalan, which is a smaller version, where you take only 2 liters of water. That is about 4 to 8 glasses of water, and that can be done for 40 days.
Okay. You do that salt water for 40 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
And I have seen that every time I do this flushes, my all gray hair go away.
Wow. I wanted to ask you about advantages, other hidden advantages, and you already started with the gray hair going away. What else? What are the other things? Yeah.
There are a lot of advantages. One, it reduces the concentration of the bile, so it decreases the cholesterol level. It promotes peristaltis, so there can be free elimination without any pressure. There is also, it also increases hemoglobin, and it promotes the parasympathetic dominance. It prevents UTI problems, that is urinary infections and formation of kidney stones. It removes ama or toxins from the intestine. It sharpens the senses. It improves the sight. It improves your vision. It balances all the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha in Ayurveda. It helps in blood purification. It maintains the metabolism and strengthens the immune system. The energies binding the toxins are released. So it helps in free flow of the prana or the energy. And you can breathe much deeper and much better. Mentally also, you will feel much better and much positive. It raises the energy levels by stimulating the prana flow, aligning the chakras. All the allergies go away, especially in spring. Now many people have pollen allergy and all those allergies or dust allergies. They go away completely. I've been living in a city since 25 years. I had been living in a city, and I think we all in city people, we were born with dust allergy. And after doing Shamprakshalan often, my dust allergy totally went away. So it decreases appetite, helping to reduce weight. It rejuvenates the body physically and mentally. All tensions are released, improving clarity and concentration. Headaches, constipation, flatulence, acidity, skin, all types of skin eruptions or skin rashes, mouth ulcers, diabetes disappear. Insomnia, depression, irritability goes away. People with mental problems also see a lot of change. Many types of cancers can be prevented. Stomach cancers, ovarian cancers, many types of cancers can be prevented, which are mainly caused by intestinal auto-intoxication. Sciatica and lower back pain is cured. Perspiration becomes odorless. Skin complexion improves. Skin becomes very smooth, and it gives a inner glow. Shamprakshalan stimulates the liver and other glands connected to the digestive tract, especially the pancreas, which secrete more insulin. People who are very thin, they can also gain weight because now all the organs are cleaned and are balanced. It treats pinworm infection. Salt water also expels pinworms and their eggs. However, the villi are so numerous that some eggs may persist after treatment, and therefore, if you continue this Lagu Shamprakshalan for 2 weeks, 3 weeks or longer, then the parasites are also they completely go away. Or you do longer dry fasts.
I wanted to say that, they say don't put too much salt in food. In this case, we are using it for cleansing the body. So it's fine to take salt for 40 days if it is required.
Because here we are not, the intestines are not, the digestive system is not absorbing the salt. That's important, that it should not absorb the salt, and that is why we are doing these exercises also. And that's why the ratio of the salt and water has to be very important. If it is not maintained, then I myself have experienced that my body has retained all the water, and I have then excessive urination, but it does not come out from the anus.
So basically you said 1 teaspoon in a liter of water.
Yeah.
That goes on for 40 days next, if we want to carry on cleansing.
Yeah.
And you do that in the morning.
Yeah. I just get up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and it is finished in 1 hour. And within 2 hours, you are clear.
And we practice the same asanas, 5 asanas into this, like you've taught us to apply that.
Correct. And you don't need also so many rounds. In, I think, 2 rounds or 3 rounds, you are finished.
And it'll make us go and clear our bowels, basically.
Yeah. And when you do this Lagu Shamprakshalan, you do not need to have any special restrictions of food. You can have everything.
Okay, I am actually fasting. As I said, it's 6 days, and I've experienced while fasting urinary infection, and it was making me go to the toilet like 3-4 times in the night. And I was wondering if I was fasting, and obviously I'm drinking water. And why urinary infection at this point. Would you know the reason for that? Is there something that's missing that's caused it, so that I
Yeah.
can be more careful next time?
It's actually the toxins that are trying to come out. So it's giving you infection. Anything which is weak in our body, that the body will try to now repair itself. But to repair itself, it will go two steps backward and try to first release the toxins in that area.
Amazing. Yeah, it's something that it kind of occurs quite often, and it kind of showed up in the fasting. Even knee pain showed up, but then it was kind of relieved quickly. But yeah, great answer. I really like what you just said. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. And I
There's
would
something.
also recommend at least one time you should go for a saltwater flush, and you will see that this urinary problem will be totally gone.
Okay, but you mentioned 40. I might give that a go actually.
That's
Just
wonderful.
that total cleansing, because now having joined the group, I'm just so excited to do more of it.
That's
And just
excellent.
your inspiring stories is just great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to say something about salt being absorbed, because from what I understood, what Sat was saying, Mr. Satmaga, is that our body will not need that salt, doesn't need that salt. But as he was explaining that it's just going to pass through, I thought it was like the process of osmosis, where there will be kind of dehydration, because the water in our body will somehow be coming into the system to push this thing that is looking like for the body is seeing as if it is poison. That was the explanation. So I thought that process kind of sounds like osmosis. That I don't know if you people, I don't know if you
Yeah,
get, you
it
get
is.
the, yeah.
Osmosis.
Yeah. So there's no absorption. There's no absorption where what you are taking goes back into your system. If you do it correctly, it is just going to get out of your body and go completely. But the thing is, it's going to dehydrate you a little. Okay.
No,
Maybe.
it will not dehydrate you. One, and second, when you drink the water, you just don't sip. You don't sip the water. You just
Gallop. Take a lot of it.
Yeah,
Galloping. Yeah, exactly.
you just drink the water in one go. You can close your nose and drink it, but when you hold the glass in your hand, then you finish in one go. So like that, you drink it standing. You don't drink sitting. So you are not relaxed when you are drinking the water. When you stand and drink the water, so the water will immediately flush down. So that is why it's important. Drink fast, do the exercise fast, drink fast, do the exercise fast. Doing fast process is that we don't want the intestines and the stomach to absorb the water.
Wow, thank you. Somebody wanted to ask a question. I think it's here in.
Yeah, sorry, Frederick. Yeah, hi, Hetal, it's Peter. I'm intending to do the salt flush before my next dry fast. I'm actually on day 5 of current dry fast, so apologies if my voice is a bit croaky. So basically, next time it'll be the day before. So if I started the dry fast on a Sunday evening, for example, I would do 4 to 6 litres with the exercise between. So the glasses, when I 2 glasses of exercise up to the 5, then make sure when the water's clear, it comes out and stop. I presume that I'm beginning
We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. It gets interrupted. It's impossible to understand.
There is a problem, I think, with the network or something.
Yes. It was very unclear. We couldn't understand anything what you said. So maybe now it will be better.
Yeah, pretty good.
No.
So I was saying I'm in class at the moment. So it's a bit late to talk now.
Okay, Pete. No, there is a problem. We cannot understand you. Maybe you could type the question in on the chat, then she would relate to it, because when you speak, it just
hanging. Yeah, it's hanging.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
It's a network. It's a network connection problem. You have a connection problem.
Yeah, so just type it on the chat and then she will be able to reply.
Somebody else has a question, maybe you can ask, or maybe you can comment or something. You can talk something as we wait for Peter. Right.
Okay, or I will tell you the contraindications till then. Who should not do Shamprakshalan? It should not be practiced by people under 14 years of age, or during menstruation, or during pregnancy, or people with very low blood pressure, because when you do Shamprakshalan, after that your pressure will go down. People with high blood pressure should also not do Shamprakshalan because of the salt. People with hernia or fissures should also not do Shamprakshalan because they will suffer with pain. People with kidney stones or large gallstones or very weak kidneys should not go for Shamprakshalana. People with stomach ulcers or chronic diabetes or severe mental illnesses or gastritis or heart disease or edema should not go for Shamprakshalana. But there has been study done who says that when Shamprakshalan was done for renal failure patients, every third day they were given 5 to 6 liters of salt water, and this process was done. They have seen amazing results, and there has been a lot of benefits in their kidney development. And high blood pressure patients can use lemon instead of salt. So one moderate size of lemon in 1 liter of warm water, that can be done for high blood pressure patients. Another thing is Shamprakshalana should not be done in very bad weather. When it is extreme rainy season, or extreme rain, or extreme cold, or extreme hot in summer, then you should not do Shamprakshalan, because weather affects our body too.
Thank you. There's a point at the time you are talking about the advantages there. Was it the benefits, or there was that point 10? You said some, I don't know if I hint words. I didn't get them very well. Maybe you can revisit that point 10, maybe. Point 10 is advantages.
I don't know what it was. Was it about skin? Was it about sciatica, lower back pain, or mental insomnia, depression, irritability, or about cancer? What was it?
I didn't get the words because I thought they were English. They were Hindi. I don't know if they were English. So but I was counting. I thought it was point 10. Whether 9 or 10, somewhere around 10, 11 or 9, somewhere around there. It should be point 10. I don't know. There's no problem. Okay, Peter has written his question here. Let me read it. So I'm on day 5 on a dry fast. So a bit late now. On my next dry fast, if I start on a Sunday evening, I should try to salt water flush on the Sunday morning and do the 6 liters with exercises until elimination is clear. Do I not ingest anything afterwards before the start of the dry fast? No water even after 4 hours, and it is 2 glasses first exercise, 2 glasses second exercise, etc., something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Did you get the question very well?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay. So that's his question.
Okay. Yeah. So before Shamprakshalan, 2-3 days, it is better that you just stay on fruits and vegetables. So the lighter you are, it is easier for the process, for the water to come out of the body. The last meal, evening meal, it is better if you skip the last evening meal, so there is a lot of gap, and so the food that you have eaten during the lunch or midday, that has been digested, and then you can start Shankrakshalan in the morning. Shankrakshalan is done normally in the morning at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So that when you get up, you cannot drink anything or eat anything. You just start with the process.
And I think if I understood him well, it's like he's saying at this point, is in his 5th day of the dry fast.
Yeah.
And he's planning to kind of break the fast, then start another one Sunday evening. So he's asking if possible, he'll do a salt flash Sunday morning. And then should he not take anything? I think that's why I was saying, do I not ingest anything afterwards before the start of the dry fast again, the second
okay. Sorry, I didn't.
Sunday evening.
I didn't get the question. Sorry. Okay. On the question is that on day 5 on a dry fast.
Now is in day 5. It's like he's planning to break the fast, then start another one in the evening of Sunday. So his question is, if he does the salt flash or SP, if he does the SP on Sunday morning, should he not now take anything else until he gets into the next fast? The next fast, which is the next dry fast that I think starts on the Sunday evening as it goes on.
See, if he wants to go for dry fast within 2 days, then he can go for this small Shamprakshalan, that is only 2 liters of water, and clear that. And after that, he can go eat whatever he wants. Like that 2 liters of water, salt water flush is just, it's a small Lagu Shamprakshalan, it's a small salt water flush. And after that, he can have whatever he wants. But when you go for this big salt water flush, which is Shamprakshalan, which is 4 to 6 liters, after that you have to have lot of, it gives lot of stress to your body. And so you have to break it also. It will take time to break the fast.
I think we got you. This is a very important part of, because all of us who are doing dry fast, this thing is very important. People should just know the importance of this. Salt flash, very important. Shank Prakshalana. SP. Okay, thank you. I hope Vita is answered very well, because I've gotten something again from that response.
Hetal?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if you can perform Shank Prakshalan after 1 or a few days of fruit or veg of juice fasting, like you drink just juices 1 day before that or a few days before that, and then the next morning you do Shank Prakshalan. So will it work fine?
I had that experience when I did that. Yeah, my problem was also that I was not having enough juices. I used to just have, I was already 2.5 months on juice fast, and then my juices had become so little that I was just having 100 ml of juice the whole day. And then I noticed that when I was not hydrated enough, then when I did Shank Prakshalan, then I was very, very, very thirsty. But it may be also because of the salt which I may have taken. So I think if you want to do Shank Prakshalan, before juice fast, either you are very good hydrated with the juice fast, or have at least 1 day earlier lots of water and hydrate yourself, and after that go for Shank Prakshalan.
But after the procedure itself, as I understood, you cannot continue with juices. You have to eat what you have just said, right? Or you can continue with juices.
Yeah. When you do Lagu Shank Prakshalan, which is only 2 liters of water, then you have everything. But when you want to clean everything from inside, and when you have 4 to 6 liters of salt water flush, then you have to carry out a strict diet regimen.
Okay, I understand. And also someone asked previously on the chat, maybe it has been answered. I just had my power cut in the middle. If we can use Himalayan pink salt for the procedure.
No, I said no. I said organic called.
Ah,
And
okay.
Peter was not, we didn't get him clearly saying,
Yeah.
not doing another one, not doing another fast now. I'm breaking fast on Monday. I am doing the next 7 days later in the year.
Then he can go for Shamprakshalan. Then he can go for a big saltwater flush, that is Shamprakshalan, and then he can start with khichdi for 3 days, then steamed vegetables, and then he can again go for fast. But I would not recommend any raw food or raw fruits.
Yeah, but his statement it didn't end. He said, I wondered if I do not have anything after the saltwater flush between, say, 10 a.m. and the Sunday evening when starting the dry fast.
I didn't get it. What does it mean?
I also am struggling to get what Peter is trying to say. So Peter says he's on a fast. Let me read the whole thing. We try and understand him. So I'm on day 5 on a dry fast. So a bit late now. On my next dry fast, if I start on a Sunday evening, I should try saltwater flush on the Sunday morning and do the 6 liters with exercises until elimination is clear. Do I not ingest anything afterwards before the start of the dry fast? No water even after 4 hours. And I think is it 2 glasses first exercise, again another 2 glasses second exercise, etc. And then this second message, after we had tried to respond to him, not doing another one now, not doing another fast. I'm breaking fast on Monday. I am doing the next 7 days later in the year. I wondered if I do not have anything after the saltwater flush between, say, 10 a.m. and the Sunday evening when starting the dry fast. I've gotten him.
Okay, I understood now. If he doesn't take anything, that is also perfectly all right. If he doesn't, only why Ayurveda or yoga or whatever science recommends to have khichdi is so that the intestines don't shrink. When you don't have anything, the intestines will shrink. But when we do dry fasting, also the intestine shrink. So that is why when you do in the beginning of the fast and the intestine shrink, it will help in the process of dry fasting. So it's not a problem. But again, if you want to start eating and again you want to normalize your intestines, that is why I said that after the fast, if you want to go for Shank Prakshalan, a long saltwater flush, then you have a strict diet regimen. What happens in Laghu Shank Prakshalan, that only 2 liter saltwater flush, is you don't remove all the residues from the body, because you just drink that 4 to 8 glasses of water, and after that you wait for some time, and you do the exercises and you wait for some time, and after some time the water will be released. The water will be released from the body, but it will not be completely pure water. There will be some residues, but still it will be everything, most of it will be released. So that is why after Laghu Shank Prakshalan you can eat and drink everything. But when you drink so much liters of water, then you have to have a strict regimen.
Yeah, and there's another thing he has added. So start the saltwater flush between 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. Then nothing else afterwards. So dry fast starts straight instead of Sunday. I've gotten him. He's just saying we don't eat anything else. We don't eat anything else after the saltwater flush to get into the fast. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I said that it's okay if he doesn't eat anything else. Only his intestines will shrink.
Yeah. There's somebody else who's saying I think still Peter. No, this is not Peter. This is our 80. Can water flush be done once a week? Do you recommend doing it once a week?
Yeah, I said it can be done for 40 days every day. So once a week is no problem. But it has to be the smaller one, only 2 liters of water. Shank Prakshalan, the bigger one, is done only 2 times a year, in spring and in autumn, when the seasons change.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. And lastly, there's somebody here. Oh, okay, Peter has just replied. Now we understood each other. He's saying not intending to do salt water flush after the dry fast, only beforehand. Yeah, he means that he can only do the salt water flush after the fast. Sometime he's planning to do it sometime later. It will break the fast with coconut water. So I think now we are together. We are together with Peter. We have understood him, and he's answered.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if it happened that you've taken fruits when you've broken the fasting, because now I understood that the type of food to be eaten, but if we've taken fruits, then how can we rectify that? Like, I remember reading about when you break your fasting, you can take oranges, and
That is what problem I had. I
yeah.
did a salt water flush, and after that I had oranges. You should never have citric fruits. Anything sour will corrode your or irritate your intestinal lining all the more. That is why we don't have any salt, any spices after salt water flush. And that is exactly what I did. I didn't know, and I immediately got edema all over the body. Either you will get bloating, or you will get edema, or some body will react.
Okay, so we can do an enema for those who had messed up in this. Okay. And also, yes, I've also before done a liver cleanse, and I use Epsom salt to cleanse the liver. So you were saying about using sea salt.
Yeah.
Would you recommend for cleansing that Epsom salt could be a possibility, because it's very low in sodium, especially for those with blood pressure?
Yeah, I have also taken earlier a lot of Epsom salt, because in fact the book that I recommend for liver flush, that says that you should Epsom salt. But after reading a lot in detail, I came to know that Epsom salt is also not good for our body, and it is also harmful for our body. So it's sea salt is better than Epsom salt.
Okay. Earlier on, while you were sharing, you mentioned something about kidney and bladder being affected. What was that exactly you were saying?
I said that when you take fresh water, when you drink fresh water, fresh warm water, instead of adding salt in it, without adding salt in it, then it absorbs, the water is absorbed by the kidneys, and it will go then in the urine and not come out through the anus. And we want the water to be cleared out from the system.
Yeah, especially because we are doing a cleansing. Correct.
So that will happen. And what another thing I said about kidneys is there was an experiment done on patients with renal failure, and they saw amazing results with 5 to 6 liters of salt water flush, Shankarakshalana, every third day. So they did that process for 3 weeks, and their kidneys were improved by 90%.
Okay, thank you.
Hetal?
Yeah.
Let's say a person performs Shank Prakshalana, and after they go for fasting, let's say 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, etc.
Yeah.
Will the fact that they perform Shank Prakshalana affect their breaking of the fast? Like, do they have to, because their intestines are probably still a little bit damaged, like they need some restoration? So I see here the contradiction, because usually you would break the fast with some fruit juices and stuff like that, but how they should break their fast in this case?
No problem. The body, this 2 days or 3 days, when you have given total rest to the body will restore itself. The body always heals itself. We just have to give them that time, and we are giving that time to the body by not eating or doing anything. So it's no Shankarakshalana will not affect at all during dry fasting.
That's very good. Just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anyone else?
What I'm still not getting very clearly, I'm sorry, maybe somebody else has a problem. For this type of what Satmaga was saying, that if he does it today, the next day takes a lot of water and it does take nothing again, totally nothing. It goes into the fast because he said that you're like repeating yourself that if you ingest anything else, it will go back into your system again. So does it mean that maybe his method is not really the original method, or I'm not? There's a point
See,
where yeah.
what he had recommended is 3 liters of water 3 times. Yeah? That is what he said. But 3 liters of water is not complete purification. And now when I'm saying it's not complete purification, I don't know how individual body is. Maybe 3 liters of water is enough for your body. When you drink that 3 liters of water, you are excreting pure water. What you are drinking inside, you are excreting outside, and 3 liters is enough for you. But most of the time, I have seen that it takes minimum 4 liters of water if you want to excrete real only plain water without any residue. So when you drink so much water at one time, and when it is everything, why he's telling 3 times? Because at one time it is not clear. But when we are drinking so much water, 4 to 6 liters of water, and we are excreting pure water outside from the anus, that means that we have already cleaned. Then we don't have to go for 2 to 3 times. This small where you take only 2 liters of water, that you need to do every day for because in one time it will not be cleaned. So you just do it. But there are still residues, so you continue drinking water the whole day. Next day again you do it, continue drinking water the whole day, and third time it will be now very clear. So either you do it one time, more liters of water, or 3 times 2 liters of water.
Yeah. So the next day that you're taking the whole day taking water, this water is just the normal water that we do take, the normal water.
Yeah, he recommended taking only normal water.
Normal water. Okay. So you have made it clearly, very clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, Hetal,
Yeah.
I want to go back into Khichdi again so that I get that right.
Yeah.
To make it into a liquid, what's the portion of to be able to do it the way that you just said it, so that it doesn't become too thick and it's the right measurement? And how much of it do you take in the morning and in the evening? Because we don't take anything at lunch, as I understood.
Yeah. So it's 1 cup to 3 cups. The ratio is 1 cup to 3 cups. That means if you take 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of moong dal, then you take 6 cups. That is 2 cups. So now you take 6 cups of water, and then you cook the whole thing. And after it is cooked, you divide it into 2 portions. 1 portion you eat in the morning, 1 portion you eat in the evening.
Okay. And we cook fresh for the next 3 days, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, guys, does anyone else have any more questions? Okay, Hetal, looks good. Probably everything is very clear. You have explained it really clearly. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, if anybody wants anything in detail, then the exercises, then I will see to it that if there is some link which I can put in, that the exercises are also very clear. I hope that everybody have understood the 5 exercises. They are very easy exercises, but once you have them in head, so then you don't have to search for exercises. If possible, just practice the exercises before you start the Shankarakshalana, so that then you don't waste your time searching the exercises.
Hetal, and if you are doing the shorter version of Shank Prakshalana, the other name that you mentioned, so how much water do you drink before you start performing the first exercises? First exercise.
2 glasses of water.
2 glasses of water. Okay, and in total, how many glasses would it be? It's 2 liters,
2
right?
liters about 8 glasses of water.
About 8 glasses.
250 ml, 1 glass is 250 ml.
Yeah, so you drink 2 glasses, you perform the first series, then another 2 glasses and another series, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Hetal, so thank you very much. And to work, yeah, sorry.
Just one more thing. In terms of the rice, I use brown rice, short grain rice. Is that okay? I don't know.
Not
white
okay.
rice. Oh,
Thank you for asking. Yeah.
I just remembered I would have made a mistake.
Please use white rice. Please don't use brown rice. I know brown rice is healthier, but we don't want to eat anything which is hard to digest, and brown rice being hard to digest because of the husk, it is recommended to use white rice. You can use basmati rice, you can use normal, but it's important to use white rice, polished rice.
And is it important to soak it before using?
Yeah, true. It is important to soak it
for the night, and then we can cook pressure. Okay.
Yeah, 1 or 2 hours of soaking is also okay.
Okay, great.
Thank
you. Hetal, let's just another question. Regarding spicy food, how long should a person wait after performing Shankarakshalana before they take spicy food, which contains some hot peppers? Or because I understood that you shouldn't eat salt and salt, for example, for how long? If you could repeat that, please.
Salt for 5 days. After 5 days, you can start taking very less salt and then slowly increase the salt.
Okay, and regarding hot pepper, for example.
Hot pepper, I would not recommend. Minimum 15 days, but 20 days is better.
Okay.
And you can do everything, but you will immediately see in the body that you will have acidity, your stomach will start burning, you will immediately see the symptoms.
Yeah, right. Okay, Hetal, so now towards the end, maybe you could just tell a little bit about services that you provide and what kind of, because you have lots of certifications, you have lots of knowledge on different subjects. So what kind of services are you providing, especially online, that might be relevant for our members?
Yeah. I am a yoga teacher and Ayurvedic teacher. So I counsel for fasting in Ayurveda, also for dry fasting and juice fasting, fruit juice fasting. I also teach breath work or different breathing exercises, how to balance your chakras and how to remove the tensions and mental tensions. Also, I'm a yoga teacher and I teach a lot of yoga exercises, how to remove the blockages. Yoga is not only for exercise, but also how to remove the blockages. Recently, there was one person also going for dry fast, but the problem was that the spine was not aligned, and that is why the chakras were not aligned and the prana flow couldn't happen, and there were a lot of irritations. So yoga is also very important for the better pranic flow, and I would recommend yoga, meditation and pranayama in this field. If anybody has any queries, then they can consult me.
Good. And you can also provide it online by working over Skype or over Zoom.
Yeah.
And okay. And in terms of diet, in terms of matching the proper diet to the person, maybe it's worth mentioning you can also combine Ayurvedic knowledge with your knowledge in raw foods, right?
Yeah. I also give diet advices or diet consultations and fasting consultations. So at which level the person is and what type of diet the person needs. I also advise a lot of liver flushes and kidney flushes and whole body cleansing with thyroid cleansing and every organ, how to cleanse the organ, and different packs, liver packs, kidney packs, and all those things. So if anybody wants any consultations on those, then they are free to call me or contact me on WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you very much, Hetal. Thank you so much. You have
Thank
really
you.
enlightened us on this technique. It's much clearer now. And if anyone still has any questions, just post them in the group, and Hetal will be able to relate to them. So thank you very much, guys. You were great. The questions were great, and you, Hetal, you are the superstar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all
Bye
for
bye.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.